Oh, hey everybody. Oh, here in beautiful Germany, right at the edge of the lake.
Yeah.
Um,
All by ourselves.
yeah, very quiet. We thought that this would be a lovely spot to discuss the big weekend coming up next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King of the table.
King of the Table. Huge event coming up. Yeah, it's right there.
No, but where are you?
Yeah, right here, buddy. We got King of the Table coming up.
I'm going full Devon.
Yeah, right. You feel better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More connected to the ground.
Oh, yeah. I do it. I even stay barefoot all the way like into the winter time when I can.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Just feel better.
Of course you do.
Let's talk about the main event first. Ryan versus Cal.
Hold on. No. Let's wait on that one because that's when it gets really crazy, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we should start off with the two like most legit matches, like the most like arm wrestling central matches.
Mm-hmm.
You got a world title, well, which is debatably a world title, and then you got a very, very high level right hand match. Yeah.
Vitaly Dave
Yeah.
and Morozov Dadikian.
Right. Let's start off with Dave and Vitaly. I remember when the match got set initially, because this has been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, Vitaly kills him. That was my initial thoughts on all of it. And now, I don't believe it's going to be like that. I no longer believe it's just going to be a killing. I now am extremely interested, and I think that Dave may have too much round one, round two, and it's the question: will Dave overcome his curse of the 2-up and then lose the rest? But I mean, Vitaly, if you had gone back a year ago, I would have said that universally Vitaly was looked at as a number 2 arm wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
And since that time, you know, I feel like the thing that's really messed everything up is what's going on in Russia. You got Dmitry Salayev, who beat him, who he's come back and beaten. And then this last tournament, I feel like there's a ton of dudes in Russia who are kind of around that level.
Ferit, Zaur. Yeah.
Right? So, to me, it's going to be very, very interesting what happens, because if Vitaly beats Dave, we know that there are a big group of guys in Russia who are super killers.
Yeah, the match is going to be an
But
indicator.
he has to win convincingly.
He has to win
If he
convincingly.
wins convincingly, then we know those guys go
Right.
way on top.
The
way
match,
on top.
The match is
If
going to be an
it's-
indicator.
like this.
Yeah.
Then again, we don't know nothing.
Well, exactly. And then it's like that number 2 spot is so freaking messy, man.
Yeah.
But Dave,
If he takes first 2 out of Dave, yeah, there's some monsters in Russia that are colliding with that fighting for that top 2, 3, 4 spot for sure. But if he doesn't take those 2, which Dave usually doesn't give to anyone, it'll be very hard.
interesting match. If you had to call it, where do you put it? Where do you have your call today? It's King of the Table, so it's 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
I don't know exactly the rule set that they're using, but let's just say that the rule set doesn't matter.
I think Vitaly is probably still better in the endurance department. I would give that one to Vitaly, and match-wise, it can go anywhere. Dave is usually better in the first few rounds. Vitaly is, depends on if he can get his hand. Yeah, it's really hard to judge. I think Vitaly's gonna make it. It's probably not by 0. It's not gonna be a 6-0, but he's gonna make it. I think so.
You think it'll be a comeback win?
No.
You
No.
think he'll take it throughout?
No, yeah, he's gonna take it throughout and maybe lose a round in between.
You think he'll lose a round?
Yeah.
I feel like you're just saying that?
No, he's probably okay. Maybe it's gonna be a comeback match. Maybe he'll lose the first round, maybe the second, but the second round will not be a convincing round. But after the second round, I think Vitali's gonna take it.
As soon as they will strap them on, they just gonna lay them down.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's at this point I'm favoring Dave
For the win.
for the win.
Wow.
Yeah,
In a
because-
6-round format.
Yeah, weird one. But like I said, like Vitali that has this great endurance had 9-11 minute match that we all remember and we're like, oh, he has great endurance. Was Vitali that was 35 kilos lighter. So if you get bigger, your endurance will suffer. There's a sweet spot for every athlete where you're strong, efficient, and everything. And you can get stronger, but endurance doesn't follow up like that. You lose more energy. So we'll see. For me, it is 50-50 because I really don't know, and I'm excited to find out.
Whatever. There's one thing that's for sure. After the match, there are gonna be a lot of possibilities to match up for Dave and Vitali because we know the level they are at, and there's gonna be a lot of possibilities for matches in the future for Zelayev and for Zaur as well, because we know where they are, and there's gonna be a lot of possibilities for matches.
A huge match. I would say that in all honesty, it's a bigger match for Vitali than it is for Dave because Vitali has been sliding. Like, Vitali a year ago was the guy next to Levon. I feel like if he loses this one, he is right down there with guys like Gennady, and I feel like he will have slid quite a bit if he wins this one. It's a Russian. It's a Russian. It's Vitali potentially still leading that.
Yeah,
And
it really depends on how the match goes, easy, hard, because then we can kind of make comparisons with other matches that Dave has, because Dave has been super active. He has fought everyone, pretty much everyone at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make assess different form, and doesn't matter. We have to draw a line somewhere, and I think that's what we're gonna draw.
Dadikan and Morozov, the two young guys.
Yeah. Morozov ranked number 1 right now with a left arm, super dominant. Like, haven't seen him really lose lefty. Like, really, he has lost on right and things like, but his left just been incredible. Dadikan, great puller. His left has been his dominant arm. Trains with Denis Tsiplenko, so he knows where the level is to be number 1. I have talked with his friends and with him, and they are really excited, and he believes he can be the number 1. For me, I think I think Morozov will try to take his hand at some point, but it will end up in a hook match. I favor Morozov, bigger athlete, but I'm really excited. This could be really interesting for us to find out, because left arm has been a little bit dead.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I agree. What do you think, Kev?
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
Yeah.
Left armers, I think it would be a good match. That's the one thing. The winner can go either way. Yeah.
I feel like, so Dadikan, he's not as big.
No. He cut down to 100 to face Oleg.
Who he annihilated.
Yeah.
Annihilated.
And he said he will never do that again. He will be 110, maybe even bigger. So he might be, let's say, 115.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be generous.
Sure.
But Morozov will be 130, something like. And he's
that
determined, super
he's big.
You will
Holy
see,
shit.
you will not believe it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's super impressive.
But he's consistently putting on weight then.
And consistently getting better and better.
Yeah.
I feel like Morozov has got to be the heavy favorite.
Yeah.
Especially, when I saw like the after pull between Dadikan and Prudnik. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It looked to me like Prudnik was in the driver's seat, actually.
Yeah.
And I know he cut weight, and I know that he's the guy in Moscow. Apparently he is the guy left-handed that is dominant. And when you're the dominant guy in Moscow, that says a lot. But
Morozov is the dominant guy in the world
yeah,
from the active guys.
I agree.
Yeah.
The only guy who I think is on that level is if Levon decides to stop being injured and
Stop being injured.
you know.
Injury is a choice.
Well, I mean, to some degree. I think if Morozov and Levon
I think
pulled,
that again is very explosive, very aggressive. We will see, boom, we will see this. Like I remember watching him at WAF, like 2018. He always gets in,
yeah,
and he beats everyone there.
yeah.
He was really, really impressive. I'm really excited to see that.
Morozov looks like he's just so strong everywhere. Though.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Terminator.
everywhere.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Like 24, is he?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
He's a different species.
On to the fun stuff.
Mm.
Okay.
Main event.
We have Lachlan and Irakli before.
Oh, Lachlan and Rackley are pulling.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. I really like Lachlan, but he's dead.
Oh yeah.
And no chance.
Yeah. It's.
Unfortunately, no chance.
I feel like it. Like Lachlan has been like the only way I see he will not get inside. He will not take the hand. He will not cup. He cannot get his shoulder in. The only way I see him is just holding
Yeah.
on. And if
That's
you look
terrible.
at his training videos,
I know.
he's been doing that.
I
Just
see
training
that.
for that.
That's the only thing that gives me any kind of reassurance. Is I watch Lachlan's training videos and I'm like, okay, at least he understands
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
this is a position he's very likely going to get into,
Yeah.
and he's trying to familiarize himself in conditions.
Imagine if he gets
Oh
there
my
and
God.
drains him out. That
Oh
would be
my
amazing.
God!
Yeah.
Listen, if Lachlan wins, the world goes crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody is
Yeah.
ecstatic if
Yeah.
Lachlan wins. I think he's as as underdog as you can be in
Yeah.
the match. I mean,
Yeah, let's be honest in this one. Yeah.
yeah.
Stylistically, nightmare.
At least he got
Nightmare.
a plan, and Irakli has been shown that he's very vulnerable to the stoppage.
Yes, there's something there.
Yeah,
It's a very
There's something.
small something.
it's a game plan for sure.
It's not.
just-
Lachlan's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
It's a great match for him in that case, in that way. Like if he does something with them, I think his stock can only go up.
So you change your opinion from he's dead to there's a chance.
Oh, listen, there's always a chance.
Yeah.
But really, honestly, no, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Martial.
It will be a huge surprise for everyone if he wins. To be honest, like he's not supposed to win this one. Just
you give him a
stylistically,
round?
just on level and everything else. But if he does, amazing.
Amazing.
Do
Yeah.
you give him a round?
No. Like
Not
look-
even the later ones?
no. It's a very hard match for him.
As explosive Barboza was,
Yeah.
he got manhandled.
Barbosa is an incredible arm wrestler.
Krasi got manhandled.
Right.
Krasi would be very similar to what Lachlan does.
I think so.
Yeah, very similar.
That's a better match.
Lachlan, for me, Lachlan needs a hook pull. He needs a hook
Yeah,
pull.
pork chop.
Pork chop,
Yeah.
we talked about it.
Yeah, that's a
you're right.
nice. I'd like to see that. Lachlan, come to Canada. We'll
Yeah.
set you up. You and pork chop. Great match.
Yeah.
I
don't think Lachlan watches these videos.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Somebody will send it to him. Send this
Yeah.
clip to Lachlan,
Yeah,
everybody.
free invite.
Yeah. Okay, the main drama. I feel like
main-
this whole event for me is around Khalid Jashel, the breakout superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't want to arm wrestle, but keeps arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so let's first talk about Schoolboy and Khalid.
Hmm.
Okay, so the first thing I will say is for this match, rules really matter. They really, really matter, in my opinion, for this match.
if they get the strap straight away or they don't get the
Right.
strap straight away.
Right. And even
And it cares for Ryan and Khaled as well.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it matters. The rules matter a lot when it comes to Khalid.
Yeah.
If I was Khalid, I would insist on WAF to the highest degree. I would want all slips to be called a foul. I would be like, I am not slipping out, and if we slip apart, just
Yeah.
understand there is no intent whatsoever
From
coming
my
from
part.
me,
Yeah.
and I want fouls issued.
Yeah.
And that's what I would push for heavy if I was Khalid. And I think he'll probably get that because he got it with Larry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be the same rules that they had there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
It's-
believe. Yeah.
It will be extremely hard to slip from that.
Right.
Extremely hard.
Right. So it starts to get interesting. Like
Yeah.
with that rule set, and to me, Schoolboy is looking really good.
Yeah.
Like what he did at the WAF juniors was impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
And you watch him, he's growing up. Like he's a young Russian kid who's got a frame and he's starting to fill it out slowly. You see people hanging off his arm. He's gaining in strength, which is I remember pulling him 2 years ago at the Arnold's, just messing around. He was already awesome. At that point, I was like, okay, Schoolboy is not just some mythical YouTube sensation. He's the real deal. Like Schoolboy is a super strong arm wrestler.
I think he always was. It's just when you compare him to the top level.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course
The
he's not-
problem was people
he's-
like the GOAT or
Yeah.
the best,
But
It's
he's
like-
he was
Yeah,
always a
yeah.
good arm wrestler.
Yeah, so he's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
But we saw what happened when he messed around with Khalid at Larry's gym.
So
You were there, weren't you?
no, but the story for this match is Khaled said I could beat both of them on the same night.
Right.
And the situation will be the same as when he pulled Schoolboy, because Schoolboy just had a match with Larry.
Left-handed.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! He was fresh with
He was
Larry.
fresh.
He was fresh. I forgot about it.
That's the thing. Like everybody's like, oh, I believe, and I was hoping you were there.
No, I wasn't. No.
Now I watched the video. I believe that it was his first match right-handed.
I think a big factor will be if Khalid is an arm wrestler enough to capitalize on the rule set.
He's good. He's
He's-
good. Look at his match with Larry. He was like after round 2, he was composed, come together, executed everything
Yeah,
else.
still,
I would pick Schoolboy as heavy favorite because
Of
I have
course.
seen Schoolboy, like he's tall. I think he's stronger than he was, way stronger. He can pull great in a strap. He can hook. I have seen it all. So I think he will find a way, and he must beat him. Then we go to the next match.
Hold on. Are
Okay.
you sure, man?
I'm sure.
Are you positive that hand? You think that he can't just boom?
No, I think then Schoolboy will just turn it in a
yeah,
hook.
school.
You think
Because
so?
Schoolboy
he's
will win.
tall enough to do it.
You'll hook
Tall
him.
enough to do it.
I
Yeah.
second
Okay.
that. I second that.
I'm not sure.
And I think he will top roll Nelson.
So Schoolboy,
Schoolboy. Yeah.
Khalid.
Schoolboy's got to be the favorite, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yo, if Khaled takes a few rounds, I'll not be surprised, to be honest. I just don't think he can win 6 rounds with Schoolboy. He's
I-
been preparing. He's been, going through a camp, conditioned.
Yeah. Schoolboy
everything.
should win. Schoolboy should be the favorite.
Yeah.
I've felt both of them, and I know that if Khaled is being tricky,
Mm.
if Khaled is training,
Mhm.
there are problems.
Yeah. I like if anyone
not a
thinks that
mismatch.
he doesn't have
That's for
like
sure.
a chance, or he's we'll see if Schoolboy destroys him 6-0.